Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic discussion video. So I'm sweating a little bit. It's because wearing a hoodie, and also I ate some really hot noodles before I actually started this video. So yeah, my mouth's a little bit on fire, but it's okay. But yeah, because I like challenging myself. I don't know, I'm weird. But anyways, we got to get into a discussion video here. So it's going to be like a part two to the first one, to, Beyblade Burst BU, the whole speculation and such. Since a few details have emerged, I'm going to make a little video on it, but it's not going to be nearly as long as the first one. Just giving my thoughts now that these things have come to light. So, the big time speculation has been like, the code word for season 7 of Beyblade Burst. That being BU and what it stood for. Originally thought it was going to be like Battle Ultimate or like Baygoma Ultimate, just because like Baygoma Academy. So I'm like, maybe there's a chance, but was set on it being Ultimate. I'm like, it makes full sense if it's Ultimate at the end. If so, we could have an end game season with this. And sure enough, the name came out, and it's actually Burst Ultimate. So it's Beyblade Burst Ultimate, which has me a little shook just because they're using like Burst twice in it. But yeah, maybe the way they say it's a little bit different, like Beyblade Burst, and then the actual way they'll say Burst Ultimate. But it's gonna be hype, man. Regardless, the name is Ultimate, so I'm so happy that, called that right. It's not, like I said, it's not a full braggadocious thing or anything. I'm just really happy about that because Ultimate, come on, man. That means this could be an endgame season, man. It just shows, even with that name, like having the name Ultimate for it, and then you got Ultimate Valkyrie. And honestly, with that makes me think that they could throw a loop for like this end part of the season, At the time of filming this, I still have not seen episode 49, but please do not spoil it for me. I don't want to know what happens. I'm going to do the episode reaction later tonight once I get out of work. But yeah, man. But Ultimate, Beyblade Burst Ultimate, and then Ultimate Valkyrie is Vault's latest Bay, so it could be the last Valkyrie. Maybe they just do the Brave treatment with it with this next season where he still has Ultimate Valkyrie. It would make full sense. But yeah, there's a theory, like a little idea I thought of some time ago that was like, what if they did do like Ultimate and then they just name all the bays Ultimate? But they're not gonna do that because they're showing, well, they didn't fully show it, but they named a new bay that's coming, man, and it's actually a Belial evolution. It is Divine Belial. That's the name for it. I think it has what, Nexus, which not even upset honestly with that, and then maybe like a new driver, and then I don't know like what the layer weight is, like 2 or 3. I wouldn't be surprised if they just stuck with 2. But yeah, honestly not upset about this. Having Nexus and such, that's the full identity honestly of Belial. Let's be real, having Nexus or a disc that's like Nexus. That's been Belial's identity the entire time, so I'm not even upset about that, And probably it'll make it where this version could have the gears, though. So we're going to have a third Belial, and it's probably going to be like the first 2 where it can have all the gears with it. So maybe whatever the driver is, it can have like the V gear. Having Nexus, it could have the S gear on it for sure. Yeah, and then maybe that being the upgrade. So like kind of that transition with Bell, I like that. And the fact that he's starting off this season, I think that basically confirms we're not having a new protagonist with this season because it's starting off with Belial, which not even upset, I mean, Bell created like the Dynamite Battle system. Having him start off the next season, I'm not even mad for sure. If they have Vault with Ultimate Valkyrie, it would make full sense, man. Like if they actually have it where Vault doesn't get a new Valkyrie, he just has Ultimate Valkyrie, wouldn't be upset for sure. I don't know if they're going to have a Valkyrie evolution. But if he does have just Ultimate Valkyrie itself is really, really strong, and it's a given, man. It's very powerful. That thing hits like an absolute freaking truck. It's a monster. It's the strongest stock Valkyrie. Yeah, no doubt. I say seconded by Brave. But if they do the Brave treatment where he just has Ultimate the entire season, not even upset about that. And plus, you got to think about it from this perspective. If they have it where they're still doing like Dynamite Battle system, which apparently this is going to be like Dynamite Battle, like the same system except expanded, which makes full sense, honestly. Not even upset that they're not having a new system. Dynamite Battle itself being such an epic system, and there's a lot to do with it. And they can add more bays with this, man. And I'm just, oh man, it makes me so hyped just thinking about that for sure, because they can add more bays to it. So even characters that, during this season, Dynamite Battle, the 3 biggest examples, Shu, Free, Louie, we didn't see them battle that much. We didn't see them really battle anybody besides Bell and Shu battling Vault, but that's about it. But it felt like they were like placeholders with that season. But it could be where if they come back with honestly like Guilty Longinus, Vanish Fafnir, they're both still really powerful bays. It's a given. They're part of like the kind of the same system. If anything, they're going to be similar to them, except maybe have like a little bit more metal incorporated or such. Like, it would make sense if they just do Dynamite Battle, except they add a little bit more metal to make the bays a bit heavier. But yeah, using the same system, not even upset, because it means all the bays are going to be really balanced. This whole system's going to be balanced big time with one another. Season 6 and 7 are going to be really balanced with one another, hopefully, anyways. But yeah, and plus, just putting it in perspective, like, if they use the same Fafnir, like, Free still has Vanish, Louis still has Guilty, Shu still has Astral, it makes room for so many more bays because it's the same system. They have their same bays. Those spots could be used for other bladers and bays, you guys. That's big. That's really, really big. Like, think about it. Like other characters like Phi, Gwyn, Delta, etc., etc. But now I'm like, with Phi, I want to see Phi come back big time. But I'm also like, if they're doing the same sort of system, how are they gonna have another Phoenix? Well, there's Prominence. Maybe they just make one that's a bit stronger than Prominence. The armor's shaped differently, probably has metal incorporated with it, and then maybe that's Phi's Phoenix, It would be cool, even if they have, like, Pain still being a part of the show, like, he has Prominence, and then he comes back and he battles, like Pain versus Phi. That would be kind of cool, man, a battle of the Phoenixes, that would be sick. But, yeah, like, that makes room for so many other characters that they do go down this route, like, Phi, Gwyn, Delta, Arthur, Lane, Hikaru, Hyuga, Bell, well, obviously Bell, but like Iga, like the protagonist besides Vault and Bell, all of them getting new bays, and then you could have characters like Phi, Gwyn, and Delta come back, and they have new bays, and I hope they go down this route, because imagine we see like Apocalypse in the Dynamite Battle system. They somehow incorporate the Mugen Lock system in the Dynamite Battle because of the core. That would be insane, man. That would be really, really wild if they actually did do that. Like, figure out a way to incorporate the Mugen Lock system into Dynamite Battle with just the core. And that itself, that core would be insane, man. Because you have the Mugen Lock system, you could put on whatever layer you want. Bro, that would be insane. That would be sick. Imagine the possibilities. That would be really, really cool, man. Yeah, and then they just implement like different gimmicks, like Dragon somehow having it where like the points stick out. For Achilles having different armors and such on the outside for it. That switch it up. Like, come on, man. The possibilities are endless with this system because this system is really, really sick, no doubt. Yeah, the possibility like new drivers and such. Like, I still want to see Atomic Metal big time. I'd love to see Iron Dash, Sword Dash, Impact Dash. Just some more like dash attacking drivers. Because I mean, if they can make Liner Dash, which they made Liner Dash, it's in the set, the Legend set with the Legendary Bladers. That set. But why not do something like Iron Dash, Sword Dash, Impact Dash, etc., man? You know, um, there's so many possibilities with this. So it's epic seeing that. And there's a rumor, it's a rumored thing. Like I said, take with a grain of salt, but it's rumored that one of the bays could be like Kerbeus. So everybody who's a fan of Ken or Kensuke, there's a chance. There's a chance, man. Like I said, if they're going down this format, not even mad. I know some people will be like, oh, it's going to be using Dynamite Battle again. Well, it makes sense because Dynamite Battle itself as a system is really strong. It's a given. Do some of the bays burst more? Yeah, but it's Beyblade burst for a reason, and it still takes big time hits to make them do so. But yeah, man, still, like, for sure, so many different spots that would still be open for other bays, man. And we could have all these characters return and such. And I'm really hoping it's an endgame feel. We get the loose ends tied up in this season, and especially them continuing Dynamite Battle, they can continue with that story. They're establishing Bell as a big time powerful character, and honestly the same thing for Rashad, you know? Then maybe with this season we have like a world level threat, and we see the return of like some crazy characters like Ashton, Theodore, Evel, Arthur, etc. Like, that would be amazing, man. You want to see the whole entire theory about that, go check out the part one that I put out. I made a whole theory on it, that I'd love to see. Just in general, because we deserve to have a crazy ending for Burst, because Burst has been very successful. It's gone on 7 seasons. Before this, the pattern, Plastic Gen lasted 3 seasons with the show. MFB lasted 4 seasons, that being like all the pre-Zero G stuff, 3 seasons, and then Zero G having its own season. 4 seasons with that. Burst has gone on 7, you guys. And that's big. It shows just how popular and how big Burst is. It's literally the biggest Beyblade series of all time. Just being real, man. Like, nothing against the Plastic Gen. The Plastic Gen's absolutely epic. You guys know I love MFB, but just size-wise, it's bigger. Burst is a lot bigger, man. But yeah, I'm really hoping a lot of these ideas come to fruition. Like, if there is an end game like level threat and we get a true end game feel with this, because we've gotten dark with Burst, but we haven't gotten like that dark, like world threat dark. We have not gotten that far with Burst. We've had the big time threats of, like, honestly, Fi was the biggest threat, like character wise, and how his development was. Man, he felt like the biggest threat for sure. Like, I'd say in order, like Fi, they got pretty threatening with Arthur. Also with Shu. Like, I'd say like Fi when Shu was Red Eye, um, then Arthur, and then Lane, I'd say. But that's not saying like Lane wasn't a threat or Arthur wasn't a threat, etc. Just Fi felt like the biggest threat throughout this whole series, in my opinion. The way they built him up, like, I legit got scared for whoever was battling him after he had Dead Phoenix, whether it was Free or Shu, and we saw how those turned out. And then he was, I'm like, oh my god, dude, this is insane. Yeah. So imagine if we got like a threat even crazier than what Fi was back then. World level, man. I hope we see it. Big hopes for this season, because they definitely gotta like swing for the fences with the end of Burst, and we definitely deserve to get a home run, man. They can swing for the fences. The way to do so, make it end game. Have a lot of older characters return, and with it being Ultimate, literally every Bay that returns or gets an evolution, you know, being like how they did Ultimate Valkyrie, because Beyblade Burst Ultimate Valkyrie, how they put them all together, everything coming together. Come on, man, this is the perfect time they can do it. I hope they do, man. That's just me being a fan and such. You guys already know. If they do, oh, I'm gonna love this season. It's gonna break all of our hearts when it's all over. But like I've said for years, we gotta appreciate it while we got it. And we got one more season, and I'm hoping TT swinging for the fences. Cause yeah, man, continuing with Dynamite Battle, that makes so much more room. Yeah, but you know, like Burst, Burst Ultimate. But yeah, I can't wait to see how things go, man. It's gonna be wild. Even the end of this season for sure, because it's super unpredictable now. Now that they're like continuing it, it's not a guaranteed thing because it's Burst. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Bell does go over at the end of this, but you know, we got to see how it goes into season 7. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content, because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. And also, episode reaction will be coming out later tonight. If you see this in the future, disregard it. So later tonight being you know, Friday, February 25th, 2022. I'll say about probably like, it's going to be probably later because I do work, but maybe around like 11:30, you know, when I actually do the reaction. So stay tuned. We'll be coming tonight, and looking forward to see how this battle goes, man. I'm shocked that they're already doing like Rashad versus Bell, and it's episode 49. But anyways, guys, till next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Till then, stay awesome and cool. Shoot, I'm up out of here.